Bonjour tout le monde. Hello everybody. It's happening. My car camping adventures have taken me overseas, and right now I am in Paris, France. I have a few things planned. I'm not sure if I'll follow through on the most daring of them. Right now what I have planned is I've booked a camping site right in Paris. It was kind of expensive, but it's going to ease me into car camping here in a foreign country. After that, I've booked a camper in a town called Vandouille, which is about 2 hours north of Paris. And finally, I'll be working up towards a stealth camping trip. I might have to seek out a suburb, and to be honest, I don't know if I'll be brave enough to actually do it. I don't know what to expect from the police here, how much they enforce parking. Right now I'm on my way to look for a sleeping bag. I didn't pack a ton of stuff because I didn't want to carry a ton of things on the airplane. But it's colder than I expected. I don't think the blanket I have is going to be warm enough. It's in the 30s, which probably means it's in the 20s at night. So I'm looking for a sleeping bag, and it's proven a little challenging to find. I'm walking about an hour from the Airbnb I've stayed at for the past few days.
Pardon.
Oui.
Je cherche les sacs de couchage.
Ouais. Juste derrière les polaires femmes là, juste derrière.
Okay, merci.
Ouais.
Okay, so it does look a little bit like not that warm because it's so small, but at least it's easy to carry, and I'm gonna bring the blanket I have at the Airbnb as well. I also picked up some paper so I could make temporary window covers for the rental car. And today I'm really excited because I'm finally starting my car camping adventure here in France. The first few days I spent at this Airbnb because even I was a little bit nervous to dive right into camping, and I also needed the time to adjust to the jet lag. I can't wait to get to my campsite, and I think it's awesome that I can camp right in the city of Paris. I have my curtains in here, sleeping bag, and gotta see if I can fit this blanket. I ran into a bit of a snafu when the night before my reservation I realized that I was supposed to have a certified translation of my driver's license to pick up the car in France, and I tried to obtain one but I wasn't able to, and so I decided to go to the rental place anyway to see what would happen and hopefully avoid getting a fine for not showing up at least.
Oui, c'est une banque en ligne de type N26.
I got the car, which is really great because I actually thought I was going to be denied the car. So here we go. Now I just have to see if I can drive it. This looks like potentially a good spot for stealth camping. After a white knuckle ride through the heart of Paris, which I did not film, I finally made it to the campsite. Oh, that was a really terrifying ride. I kind of can't believe I made it, but I am here. Without further ado, I think we should head to the campsite. They gave me this map, which looks really useful. That's, I guess, the nearest restroom circled, and there's my campsite, number 82. You can pay to stay at one of these caravans, but you know me, I am all about the car camping. Looks like I go all the way here. Well, I'm here. So far, this has exceeded my expectations, although it's actually kind of what I expected, but it's great. I have this like semi-private little camping lot to myself. There's even a picnic table. It looks like it's mostly campers around, but this is so nice. I'm really, really happy. It feels safe, it feels secure. I am glad to start with this rather than a total stealth camping adventure. I love that it's legit, and I think that's the Seine behind me, so it doesn't get better than that for a view. Now I'm going to start preparing the car by putting up my window covers, my makeshift window covers, and hopefully my curtains will work too. I haven't checked yet if I can attach those, but I better do it before it gets dark out. It's December, so it really gets dark pretty early, like around 6 or so. Time is of the essence, and let's do it right now. And here's the car. I asked for a big one because I am going to be sleeping in it, and you know how it goes in Europe with these small cars. That one, for example. It's actually a really nice car. It's automatic transmission, which is great because I thought I was going to get a standard, and driving through Paris was challenging enough as it is. I've just hung up my curtains. They don't go all the way up to the ceiling, so I miss having a wire in my car like I have at home. But I think this is reasonably good, and Fortunately, these hooks did fit right in here in the pillars of the car. Here is my window covers. This looks good, so I'm going to take it off and use it as a template to make one for the other window. This looks good to me. So I think my blackout looks good from outside. The Wi-Fi wasn't working at my campsite, so I attempted to go to the Central Lodge or the Salle de Vie to work for the rest of the day. Unfortunately, the Salle de Vie is closed, but they said I can work from the Welcome Center. I had kept my regular work hours, which unfortunately meant working till about 11 p.m., but after I finished, I was excited to head to the car to start camping for the night. It's about 11:15 p.m. and I'm ready to head to bed. I'll say that I feel a lot less scared here than I do on a lot of my stealth camping trips because it is legit. It doesn't really matter much that it's in a foreign country so far. It is actually pretty cold. I think it's gonna be like 35. It's nice and quiet, which is, I didn't know what to expect if a campsite would be like rowdy or something, but there's lots of trucks and vans and I don't really hear anybody. There's the sun at night. I'm gonna just try to warm up the car. I can't figure out how to turn my parking lights off. Well, I am really happy with this. This has been super fun. I totally recommend this campsite. And by the way, it's also my birthday. What could be better than camping by the Seine? And I love to think that I never would have pictured myself doing this. Also, it was kind of a big effort to get this sleeping bag, but I'm feeling the fruits of my labor. It's really comfortable. I feel between this and the blanket that it is going to keep me warm through the night. I'm having a great time. I'm going to go to bed and I'll check in with you tomorrow. Good morning. I'm up. I slept really well. This is great. Fortunately, the car has started successfully.
Hey, moi de t'entendre rire, ça me suffit. Je serai cette fille qui fait gaffe.
I thought that was really amazing. I didn't even know until recently that you could go camping in Paris, and especially legitimately. So this campsite was a great surprise and very nice. It was really quiet. It seems pretty busy. Most of the spots seemed to be full, but everybody was really respectful and kept to themselves, and I didn't hear any noise at all when I went to bed. Unfortunately for my stay, the cafe and the room for hanging out in were closed due to construction, so that would have been nice. For a longer stay, it might be nice to have those extra spaces, but I'm only here for one night anyway. For me, the cost of this did add up. My rental car was 45 euros, and then because I was really nervous to drive in Paris, I paid extra for insurance, which was 25 euros. So that's already 70 euros for the car, and then the campsite itself was 30 euros. So in my situation with a big expense just for the car, it obviously did add up, but if you are from Europe or France and you have a car or a van, $30 a night for parking is really pretty good, I would think. If I lived around here full time, I could actually see renting a spot long term and living here. The facilities also seem to be really in good shape, so it can be useful to have a shower and a full bathroom on hand. I'm so happy that I found this spot and that I took the initiative to come and camp here. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'm going to continue on to Vendwil, where I have a camper rented. I'll see you there.